All right, I think we are live. Hey guys, welcome. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us on the call. My name is Bianca O'Brien. For those that don't know me, I'm going to be one of the hosts that is going to be sharing with you about the Beachbody business opportunity tonight. I have my partner in crime, Nicole Wilderman. Hi, Nicole. Say hi. We're going to be hosting this together. We are business partners. We do a lot of our groups and stuff together. We just like working with each other, which, you know, we're not in the same team, but we are on the same team.
Yeah.
Umbrellas. Yeah. But we work independently, but we work together as well. We kind of help each other, especially when there are these calls, because it's it's nice for you guys to see the many aspects of coaching. There is not one perfect person that is a coach. Nicole and I run our business kind of similar now, but we have different backgrounds. So we'll be sharing a little bit about that with you guys. And hopefully you guys can get a little insight of what this coaching thing is all about. So I'm going to start by sharing the screen. See, it happened again.
You gotta minus it.
Yeah, it's so weird how it happens. Like I had problems, like difficulties sharing my screen earlier, so you guys just bear with me. Let me see if I can pull it up. Alrighty. Just bear with us.
While you're pulling it up, I'll tell you a little bit about myself too and welcome you myself. But I am a mom of 3 and I just started coaching 2 years ago. I have a counseling background and a business background. And in the midst of having a 6-week-old, I decided to kind of jump back in, and my older 2, I decided to jump into a fitness routine and was kind of happened upon the coaching opportunity. And I have not looked back since. So I came from a working mom background, and now I'm a stay-at-home mom who works Beachbody. I would say full part-time. Like that is my business gig, but I do it around my children's schedule. So I do it during the morning, during nap time, during the evenings after they go to bed, and then sometime on the weekends. So that is kind of like where I fit everything in. It's more of the working around the kids' schedule than my own.
Cool. All right, so I think I thought I did. Thought I brought it up. Can you guys see my screen?
It's showing your documents and your downloads.
It's not showing my thing, huh? Hold on. Bear with us. Technical difficulties. I will try this again. Hold on. So a little bit about my background. If you know me or if you follow me, you know that I'm a flight attendant. I've been a flight attendant for 14 years. I work for a major U.S. airline. I love what I do. I have really, can you see that, Nicole?
It's black. Oh, there it is. Yep, we're good.
Cool, awesome. I have been working for this airline for about 14 years. It's like a childhood dream. I've always wanted to be a flight attendant. I don't intend to ever leave it. I also decided that, you know, I was never going to be able to give my daughter the lifestyle that I wanted to give her as a flight attendant. We don't make much money. So I decided to become a nurse. Back in 2010, I graduated with my nursing degree. I worked as a nurse and a flight attendant, and that was for 2 or 3 years. 3 years. And I was doing both, and I love to be busy. I'm that kind of person that's always on the go, go, go. I decided that I didn't want to be a nurse anymore after I started coaching. So a little bit about how I fell into Beachbody, which I like to say I fell into Beachbody. I had my second baby a little bit after a year after I got married. And with that second baby, I ended up gaining 65 pounds out of nowhere. I'd always been really active and I wasn't expecting it. And I really didn't think much of it. I thought, oh, it's not a biggie. I'm going to lose that weight right away. Well, 8 months later, I still had not lost that weight. I was starting to panic a little bit. One night we had a friend from out of town, or actually a family member from out of town, come visit, and they invited us out to dinner. And that night I tried on, or that afternoon I tried on some clothes to, see what I was going to wear. And I realized that 8 months after my daughter was born, I was still wearing maternity clothes. At that point, I said, enough is enough. I don't recognize who this person is anymore. I looked back in the mirror and I just didn't know who that was. It just wasn't me. My person got lost. I've always had a history of depression. I didn't realize at the time how much my weight was impacting my lifestyle. I didn't want to go to the beach anymore. I didn't want to, it's kind of TMI, but I didn't want to have sex with my husband. I didn't want to do any of the things that I usually like to do. I didn't want to see anybody. I didn't want anybody to see me. It was very frustrating. So I was literally introduced to Beachbody that way. A friend of mine was a coach, and she invited me to take part in a challenge group, and I did. And 2 months after I started with her, I had lost 36 pounds, and 36 pounds of that weight that I was still carrying. I started to feel like myself again. I was starting to find joy in the things that, that usually would excite me. I was just refinding myself, and I was just so excited I'd found something that worked for me. At that same time, I was working as a flight attendant and as a nurse. And what ended up happening was that people started to ask me what I was doing, right? Because they started to notice that the weight was coming off. So they started to ask me, and as they asked me, I just kind of fell into coaching. I started helping them, kind of like learn about the programs. And I would, at first I would just refer them to my coach, because one, I was too busy, and two, I didn't have the self-confidence that I would be a good coach and that I could help anyone. So that's pretty much my story. That's how I got started. Nicole, did you want to share a little bit of your story?
Yeah, so I basically started after I had my son. I had a really difficult pregnancy, and with my last, and I knew he was going to be my last. So I was on a journey. I have kids that are 2 years apart, well, 18 months and then 2 years later. So for the majority of like 6 years, I was pregnant or had recently had a child, not sleeping. So I knew after I had him, I wanted to figure out what my body was, because it had been so long since I had actually been a person, not a person who newly had or is carrying a child. So I knew I wanted some kind of fitness mission, but I didn't have the patience to go to a gym, spend hours at a gym. I didn't have the money for one that had daycare, nor did I want to. I was working at the time, nor did I want to go or I was planning on working at the time. I did with my first. And I didn't want to go to a gym and put them in daycare after they had been in daycare all day and try to balance that. So I wanted something that would fit into a busy schedule that I could think about myself. And I had planned on going back to work. When the business opportunity was presented, it was a time I was like, well, I'm at home with my son anyways, and I love what I'm doing. I had great results. In my first 21 days, I was back to my pre-pregnancy weight. And with it was when he was 6 weeks old that I started. So he was new. I was up every couple hours with him, and I still fitted in. And I just loved the group that we were around, the team that I became a part of, the mission that they were on to help others find the solution that I had found and had success with. It was something that my husband jumped on board with, and we could still make our family friendly meals. My toddlers ate the food that I was eating, and it just fit in our family. So I wanted to share with others, and why not get paid for sharing it with others? And over the last 2 years, I've now created a team that's doing the same and on the same mission, and it's replaced my need to go back into the workforce. So I'm able to balance those areas of my life that I had been looking for.
Okay, so I'm going to, let me click on this slide over here, so hopefully you guys can see. Okay, so talking a little bit about the benefits, because pretty much that's what happened. So I lost all that weight with Allie, right? You guys can see me on there on that picture. That's my middle one. That's the one I gained the 65 pounds with. I got all healthy. It took me about a year to get back to where I was before I had her. And then finally when I did, and I had my six-pack and I was all excited, I got pregnant again, which was funny because I had always dealt with infertility. And I guess maybe it was something like of a hostile environment that I had in my body, because I just ate such crap. I just, beaten my body up so much that I'm not surprised I couldn't get pregnant. I was always I've always dealt with anxiety, depression. I was always on medications. I would drink Red Bulls during the day to stay awake. I would have to take Ambiens to go to sleep every night. So I really did beat my body up before I started on this whole health journey. So it's not surprising that I couldn't lose the weight because my body was just shot. It just had been taking a beating. So finally I got healthy and I got pregnant again. And that's the little baby that you see there that I'm holding. That's Valentina. I continued to work as a nurse. I did take off from flying when I was pregnant with Valentina. And then when it was time for me to go back to work, I took my maternity leave, and it was really nice that I was able to actually work full time as a coach for the first time, as when I had her. And I really enjoyed it. I found myself like excited to get up in the morning, even though like I was a new mom and I just had a newborn and I was getting no sleep. I would still like get up in the morning so excited to just, open my messenger and just see messages from my coaches, my challengers, and everybody was having such great success. And it really made me feel, warm and fuzzy inside that I was actually making a difference in helping people, which I did not feel I was doing at the hospital. So at that point, when it was time for me to return to work, we started looking at daycares, and we realized that in order for us to get both the girls in daycare, it was going to cost about $600 per week. And at that point, it didn't make sense for me to go back to work and pay that amount of money, because basically what I was going to be doing is just, kind of paid to go to work, with that much in daycare. And then so we decided that I was going to cut back on my hours and I was going to stay home and work full time as a coach. My husband's a financial advisor, so he actually crunched down numbers and he said, you are way better off as a coach working from home than you are going back into the hospital. So I fell in love with the benefits of being a coach, and that's just being my own boss and being the owner of my own business, which I never in 100 million years thought that I was going to own a business. But I was my own CEO. I could make my own schedule. I never had to miss, my daughter's soccer games or school concerts, or, I was home. I was present for the first time in my life. And it was really nice because I've always been that girl on the go, go, go. I'd never really experienced what it was like to be home. My 14-year-old didn't know what it was like to have a mom at home. And my little ones do. I can take them to the playgrounds in the afternoon and, just be home and be present, which, I'm really enjoying and loving just being a mom and being present for my girls. I got in shape, I ended up having more family time, which I never, anticipated. I go on date nights with my husband. I have a better quality of life because of this business. And then the thing that I got out of this the most was definitely the community. Like I said to you guys, when I moved down here to Florida and I gained all that weight, part of it was because I was isolated from my friends. We just moved down here. I didn't have anybody to hang out with. All my friends were up north. I felt alone. I really felt alone in my little corner. I tried diet things, but I would never commit to anything because I wouldn't have anybody to say, hey, did you start that diet that you said that you were going to? If I fell off, nobody knew. So once I got into that community, into that group, and I had those people cheering me on and checking in on me, when they noticed that I didn't get my workout in, that made all the difference for me. Just having, that community of people around me, just giving me the support and teaching me the things that I didn't know and just holding me accountable to the things that I said I was going to do. So that for me was all the difference. Nicole, do you want to try?
Yeah, I mean that's similar to, you kind of hit a lot of the key points. It really is a community that makes the difference. It's like you can start it for one reason and then find a million other reasons to stay involved, which is, holding myself accountable. My groups are as much for me as what it is for them, as far as seeing their progress. It's what gets me up in the morning and keeps me going too. I've been in the best shape that I've ever been in my whole life, and that's after having 3 kids and being over 30, and I never thought that was possible. Just being able to be present. Like I went to my daughter's school play today, and I've been in the situation that I've had to miss out on things because I couldn't get time off from an employer, and that was a tug in my life that I didn't want to be in. I worked for corporate America, and I didn't like their mission, and I didn't like what they stood for, and yet I was spending the majority of my life working for them. And why would you work for someone whose mission you're not on board with? And this mission, and every time I hear corporate speak, and I've been in all the events and been a part of the team, it's all about helping other people hit their stride, find their confidence, become healthier in a long-term lifetime mission. It's not about, getting rich quick. It's not about making a sale. It's about helping other people. And that's something that I'm so proud to be a part of and has changed my life.
It is awesome. All right, so here we're going to talk about the everyday life of a coach, right? I think this is what most people really want to know. You see us posting on Facebook, you see a lot of sweaty selfies, you see us posting recipes, making videos, but you're like, what the heck is it that you actually do on a daily basis? So I touched a little bit on how, when I started with Beachbody, I was placed into a challenge group. That's, the core of our business. That's what we spend most of our time on. We use what we call attraction marketing to invite people to join our challenge groups and to join the coaching opportunity. We use by attraction marketing, I say we display our lifestyle pretty much. We talk to anybody that's willing to listen. So we talk to people we know, we talk to people on social media, we do these opportunity calls. So we really, anybody that wants to listen and that has that, that desire for more, or, maybe the desire to get in shape, that is those are the people that we invite and we talk to. Basically what we do is we share our lifestyle and how we live our lives. A lot of people are attracted to the fact that we do work from home, and then we use that to invite people to join us. So basically, once somebody gets interested, oh, I see that you've lost 65 pounds. I really need to lose, 30 pounds or however many pounds. I see that you do this from home. I think this is something that I want to do. They message us and they let us know. And then at that point, we work with them. Our job is not to be a salesperson. I definitely don't know anything about sales. We have no sales background, at least Nicole and I don't. We have no intentions to sell anybody on anything. We just share with them what has been working for us. At that point, we ask them what their goals are, and we work together to find a Beachbody program that would fit their lifestyle and their objectives. Basically, we have a program that would fit pretty much everybody under the sun. Like my dad, who is 65, 67 years old, does Beachbody. And he's actually gotten off blood pressure medication with Shakeology. So, literally there's something for everybody. And what we do, like our main core of everything is just matching people up with the right programs. Something that fits their budget, something that fits the time that they have available, something that fits, what they want to accomplish with their bodies, be it weight loss or gaining mass, whatever it is that they want to do, we find a product that works for them. At that point, once they do find the program that they like, they come into these challenge groups, which typically are about 30 days. We run these groups online. We used to run them on Facebook a lot. We still do kind of, but now we also have an app that is a challenge tracker app where they track their food, they track their Shakeology, they track their workouts every day. And then we offer, tips, meal plans, healthy recipes. It's just little mini challenges. It's a lot of fun. It's 30 days. They're focused. And like I said to you guys before, the focus of that group is really the accountability. I think that's what's missing. There's a lot of companies out there that do similar stuff to what we do. They have supplements or they have workout videos, but nobody has what we have, which is, we really focus on offering people the combination of the whole thing, which is the fitness, the nutrition, and the support, the accountability, because it's that math, summing those three things up, that people really get the support that they need to start and finish a program. And once they do that, like all they have to do is follow directions. It literally comes in a little box to their house. Everything's pretty simple. We help them through it. We help them get set up. And then all they have to do is follow it. So that was my blessing in the sky. Like, I didn't know what to do and how to do it, but if somebody told me how to do it, I could follow. I knew I could follow, and that's how I ended up losing all the weight. So basically in these groups, it's where we do our main core of the job. So your job as a new coach would be to come in onto these groups. You would probably start off as a challenger and then do a group yourself so you could get your first transformation. And then you would participate as a challenger, but you would also be a coach in training. So you would be teaching you how to run those groups. You wouldn't run one right off the bat. We do not throw you to the wolves right away. You would do a couple of groups with us until you get on your feet and you start getting the hang of it. And then we would partner up, either you with another new coach, or you with your upline coach, and then together we would run the first group, and we would help you find people to invite, we would help you use attraction marketing, and we would help set you up for success, so that when you did run that first group, you wouldn't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to know what to post, you don't have to know what to say. There are guides, training, all that stuff. We'll teach you how to do this, but basically this is what we do on a daily basis. Nicole, do you want to touch on the 4 vital behaviors?
Yeah, so Beachbody has really nailed it down so that it's not, you're not reinventing the wheel. There's 4 things that you really try to hone into every day. We've got it down to what should be called the power hour. And one of the things is inviting, and that's not being salesy. That's explaining to other people what it is that you do and inviting them to join you. I'm sure you can think of 1 or 2 people in right now that you would love to see get the results that you've gotten, or that you can get from doing a fitness program, or that would love to do it with you. It's always fun to do things with your family and friends. Being proof the products work. So if you have health and fitness goals, you want to become healthier, you have a certain weight loss number you want to get, or you just want to tone up, or you want to make sure that you're exercising your heart every day, that's what we do. We make sure that we are proof that the products work. So we're not sales pitching things that we have no proof of. We are working on transformations ourselves, which in turn keeps us healthy and fit over time. And you do personal development. A lot of the rewards that we get through our companies, even down at Summit, which is our national, we have all the coaches all over that go to a trip every year, and even just the monthly rewards that we get, and in our daily behaviors, it's all about personal development. It's about growing as a person, learning from other people. It's staying in touch with other people on the team. It's getting in touch with different personal development books and learning how to become a better leader, a better spiritual person, a better just growing and evolving in whichever way that it is that you see that you need to grow in. And also recognizing, and we recognize our team, we recognize each other, we recognize our Rockstar Challengers. We are really proud of what we do and the results that people can get. And for every little step of the way, if your weight loss goal is 50 pounds, you don't have to fret about the 1 or 2 pounds along the way. We are going to celebrate you in the process. Even if there are so many times in our groups that we're like, what'd you do good today? Because you feel like you might have done a million things wrong, but what's one thing you did good? Maybe it was turning down the large chocolate cake that was in the break room. We celebrate that because we truly are happy for you making that decision that is bettering your life and getting you closer to whatever your goals are. And so we really try to stick to those 4 vitals every day.
For sure. And we would help you guys. You won't have to figure this out right away. It will be a matter of like you learn the 4 vital behaviors, and we help you guys with that. So basically, let's talk about money, right? This is I couldn't leave this slide out because money is not a driver for me in the business. I didn't start so I could make rivers of money, but I know it's what attracts a lot of people, especially after the seminar that I just went to this weekend. I know a lot of people have a lot of debt. They want to start a business because they want to, add to their income. They want to be able to pay off credit cards, student loans, whatever it is. And so we need to talk about money. We have a really, really nice compensation plan and a little bit of a different business structure than most other network marketing companies. We are network marketers. However, we do lead with the mission and not with the business opportunity. So basically what you would do, let's say you started off in a challenge group and you found 2 to 3 people to help you that you would be helping this month. 2 to 3 people that want to lose weight and have the same objectives as you, and you would start with those people together. That would alone, just the commissions for those 3 people would pay for your initial challenge pack. Let's say you started with a challenge pack, right? So you got 25% commission from all products. That is just retail you know, whatever people buy in your website, through your website, you get 25% commissions for it. We get paid on Thursdays. It gets deposited directly into your bank account. You do not owe anybody anything, not your upline coach, nothing. Whatever you sell is yours. We do get paid for team performance, and that's where I say we vary a little bit from what other network marketing companies do. You do not receive any kind of incentive from, I mean, you do not receive any kind of part of what your coaches sell. Whatever they sell or whatever, you know, people order through them is theirs to keep. You do not get any of that. However, Beachbody does think that if you're a leader and you're teaching your coaches how to be leaders, that you should be compensated for that. So you do get a bonus paid as your team starts to perform and their volume grows, their retail volume grows. You will get a bonus for that, which is usually pretty nice. It's usually higher than the commissions. The higher up you are, the more that bonus gets paid. So the bigger your organization, the bigger your team, the better that bonus is. Like I said before, this is what differs from, you know, other network marketing companies. You're not, your incentive is not to help them sell so you can get a part or a chunk of what they make. You just want to help them grow, because if they grow, you grow. So it's an incentive for you as a leader to help them and to make sure that you're giving them all the tools that they need to succeed. You do get a bonus if you advance in rank. You get a pay raise, and that's a little bit complicated. I won't get too much into it, but we do have ranks: Emerald, Diamond, Star Diamonds, and every time you go up in rank, you get a little bit of a pay raise. So that does, it's an incentive for you to keep growing. And then you do get monthly prizes and trips. Nicole, do you want to touch on those?
Yep. So the monthly prizes, the corporate will come out with different prizes each month, and it can range from a cool sweatshirt to you know, different kinds of speakers that you get exclusive content to. The trips, we just went this last year to the Bahamas, like on a cruise to the Bahamas and Jamaica. And throughout the year, if you help 2 to 3 people a month, then you earn your trip for free. This next couple of years, there's going to be at like all-inclusive resorts. So, you know, there are opportunities for different trips that are paid for and rewarded for just doing what it is that you set out to do, which is helping a couple people a month join a health and fitness journey.
Yeah, last year Nicole and I went on a cruise, a 4-day cruise with our. Well, actually, you didn't bring your kids.
No, I didn't bring the kids, but I did bring my husband, and it was one of the first trips that he had went on, and it was one of the first trips tropically that we've gone on together, and it was amazing. So
yeah, this year we're going to the Dominican Republic, to Punta Cana. We're going to be at the Hard Rock, all inclusive, 4 days, actually 5 days. And I'm bringing my husband. I'm not bringing my kids either. It's going to be like a second honeymoon for us. I'm very excited about it. So everything is paid for, which is really nice. You know, you get rewarded just for helping people. That's nice. I mean, I worked as a nurse for a while, and even as a flight attendant. I mean, I travel, but it's never like, oh, just enjoy yourself for 4 days. It's like, oh, you have 24 hours to lay over. Or, you know, as a nurse, I never even saw anything like that. The most I got ever for getting a nice letter was some movie tickets, you know, but I never got like a 5-day, you know, 5-star resort. No, I wouldn't say 5-star. But, you know.
All the super trainers and corporate, they make go on the trips. So, you know, you get to wake up and work out with some of the trainers that you've had in your living room working out with, you know, for months, and you get to like be in the resort and mingle with those people that have made a difference in your life. So yeah, that's huge too.
Shane calls it adult spring break.
It is. And it's all like one resort of all of your best friends that you've made over the last year. So
yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. All right. So if you are considering joining us as a coach, there's actually a couple options. Some people like myself. When I first signed up, I did not sign up to work the business. I signed up because I had a lot of weight to lose. And so my friend, being the good friend that she is, signed me up as a discount coach. So I actually got the discount. I didn't have to coach anyone, but I got the discounts. But you don't have to start like that. You can start just as a client. The initial pack could be, you know, any of the programs that we have. They range between $140 to $205. Actually, it goes up higher. I think the Ultimate Reset's more expensive than that. Yeah. But you can start off with whatever package is appropriate for you, whatever fits your budget. You would start as a client, you would participate in the 30-day challenge group. We have the next one starting on the 6th of February. So you would go into this 30-day support group. We would help you get the transformation, whether you're a client, a member, or a coach. We're going to be your coach the same way. We're going to help you, be committed to you. You're going to follow the program. You're going to have great results. And I guarantee you, people are going to notice and they're going to want to know what you're doing. You are going, on the average, you lose between 8 to 15 pounds. Some people actually lose more than 15 pounds. Some people lose less. It really goes by how well you follow the program and how much weight you have to lose. So it varies person to person, but that's average. There's no contract ever with anything in Beachbody. You're not signing up, or you're signing your life away for anything. And there's 100% guarantee. So say you order a challenge pack, you follow the program to the T, you don't lose what you were expecting to lose, or you don't like the results, or you don't like the taste of Shakeology, or whatever it is, you can return it and they will return your money 100%, guaranteed. No questions asked. They'll send you back your money, credit you back to your credit card. Or you can start as a member, which is always nice, because if you start as a club member, you get access to Beachbody On Demand, which is our Netflix for fitness. So you don't have to pick one program. You have pretty much every single program that we have available. So say you don't like one, I love to start people off with the 21 Day Fix, because it just works. But you can start off with whatever one you want. Let's say you start off with the 21 Day Fix, doesn't work for you, you don't love it, then you want to go to, I don't know, Core de Force. You like kickboxing, you want to do Core de Force. Awesome, you switch over to that one. So it's nice to start with the club membership, because you have the 10% discount. So say you love Shakeology and you want to stay on it, but you don't want to sign up, you don't want to have the commitment of being a coach. You would pay you to get the Shakeology 10% cheaper, and you would have access to the Beachbody On Demand. A coach, you want to start off right away. You have two options. If you decide to be a coach, you can start off, and you would tell us business. If you want to hit the ground running and just start working the business right away, awesome. We will get you into the coach training that we're going to start in February. We will teach you. You're going to go into the first group and you're going to have your transformation. And like I said, you're going to start attracting people, inviting people to join you. And our goal is going to be, as your mentors, to help you find those 2 to 3 people so you can recover at least the initial investment that you made on your challenge pack. If you decide that you want to do that, awesome. I would love to have you on the team. Those are the go-getters that I really love to work with. But if you decide that, you're like me in the beginning and you're like, I'm not too sure about this coaching thing. I don't know if it's for me. I don't know if I'm going to have the time. I don't know if this is for me, and I don't know what people are going to say and they're going to think. It's fine, completely 100% fine. I started that way, so there's no judgment on my part. I wanted to see if the things was, before I started promoting it, I wanted to make sure that it was going to work. So I started off as a discount coach, just to get the 25% discount on the products. And then people started to notice, and it was easy for me, because once you sign up as a coach, you have the link to send people. So whether you want to coach them or not, you still have the link and you can still get the commission. So you would use it as a referral system, which is awesome. You are going to get training. Either way, you're going to tell us what you want to do. We're going to ask you, when you sign up as a coach, what are your goals? What do you want to do? Do you want to make money, or do you want to just work on your transformation? What do you want to do? Basically, we would run with you if you want to run, but if you want to walk, we'll walk with you. And if you want to take baby steps, we'll take baby steps with you. That's the beauty of this whole thing. It's like, you're the CEO, you're the boss. We're not your bosses at all. We would at most be your business partners and mentors, but we would never tell you what to do or how you should run your business. You're going to be the one to tell us, okay, this is how I want to do this. These are my terms, and this is how I want to do it. And we would abide by that, because our interest to push you to do something you don't want to do. Like if you're standing off on the edge of a cliff, right, and you want to jump, we won't come behind you and push you and jump. But if you want to jump, we will be behind you telling you can do this, and we'll probably jump with you. So those are the different ways that you can join Beachbody right now. So
yep. And I also
want to add anything?
Yeah, the military personnel. If you are, why is it echoing? Is it echoing for you? If you are in the military, you are active, or you are married to a spouse that's active, then that $15.95 fee is waived, and you can become this coach in the coach column with no additional sign-up fee. So you just get your challenge pack, and you'd be able to sign as a discount coach without the fee, and you would be able to get the $15.95 waived, just as a small token of thank you for your service that you do. So you might want to jump ahead to that point, just because there's no reason not to.
Yeah, you always have the 30-day trial. This is how I like to look at it, because when you buy your initial pack, you can sign up as a coach. You don't pay a single thing to be a coach. You would sign up as a coach, but you don't pay the $40 fee if you start off with the challenge pack, which is what you need to be in a challenge group. So you would go in and you would become a coach for absolutely 100% free. That's exactly how I started. At that point, after those 30 days, you would be charged $15.95 if you were to keep your account as a coach. You would pay $15.95. That's it. You wouldn't have to pay anything else to be a coach. You can cancel that before those $15.95 are charged if you decide that coaching is not for you. We do recommend that you get an experience with the programs. So you try Shakeology. Most people try Shakeology, love it. They're like, can't live without this stuff. It's like crack. I don't know. I just had I say crack because I just had a girl message me and say, what is on this, like crack? Because she loves it so much. So a lot of people, they try it. They love it. It really helps you curb your appetite. It really helps you have more energy. You just start to feel better. You start to go to the bathroom every day, your skin looks great, your hair looks great, like all this stuff happens because this is superfood nutrition. It's not just a protein shake, it really is amazing. It's an amazing product, and it's it's pretty much our bread and butter as coaches. So you most likely are going to want to stay on Shakeology, and you're going to get that at 25% discount at that point, after those 30 days are over. But it's always optional. It's always, you control what you order, what you do not order. You're going to tell us what you want to do. Like, that's the bottom line that I want to tell you guys. And then last but not least, I wanted to let you know and reassure you, because if you decide to do this, you're not going to have to do anything on your own. We have a whole coaching training system. Beachbody has their own coach training system. We have, you're going to learn, we're going to mentor you. We do weekly training call, weekly team calls with our teams. We host a Facebook group where we teach you exactly what to do, what to say, how to post, all that stuff is all going to be taught to you. You're going to come in not knowing a thing, and we're literally going to take you by the hand and show you what to do step by step. You're not going to have to reinvent the wheel. All the stuff is already done. It's a system. It works. Literally you're gonna be able to work your business in about an hour a day. If you want to work more than that, you want to go balls to the walls, and you just want to start maximizing your income potential, you can work more than that. If you don't have any more than 1 hour, if you have half an hour, that in the beginning, that's what I had about half an hour on the days that I wasn't working, and then I would just work my business on the weekend. So it's basically what you have and what you can make of it. But we'll teach you and we'll work with you no matter how much time you have available. It doesn't matter how much you know about Beachbody. We'll teach you all the stuff. So don't freak out and panic like, oh, I would like to, but I don't think I can do it. You can do it. We will teach you. If you have the desire to do it, we can work with you. So basically, if you're interested, I want you guys to get in touch with the person that invited you to the presentation. I want you to let them know what interested you the most. What did you like the most about the opportunity? And how do you see yourself going forward? Do you see yourself becoming a client, a coach, a discount coach, or you're not interested in an opportunity? Honestly, you guys, it's not in our interest to push you guys to do anything you don't want to do. When somebody signs up because they feel like they should, or they don't want to make us feel bad, or I don't know, whatever the heck, why people would do it. I don't know. Some people are scared to say no, but those people don't do well. They don't do well with the business because they don't have that burning desire. They don't want to help people. They don't have a vision for their lives. So they end up not doing well. And if that's you, then that's okay. Like, we're not going to be upset, or, we're not going to take it personal. Our team grows with people who are, go-getters, who are self-motivated, who are, hungry for to create something better for their lives. They don't grow when people are like wishy-washy. I'm not really sure this is for me. I don't really want to do this, but I'm going to do it so Nicole doesn't get mad. Like, no, we really are not going to get upset with you at all. So if it's not for you, it's not for you. And we're not going to try to convince you. But if you think that it could be, if you just have those butterflies in your stomach and you're like, that sounds really nice, but I just don't think I can. If that's you, then I just want you to push those fears aside, because it's scary. It's something new, and it can be intimidating. And the first thing you think is, what are people going to think about me? Just think about it this way. They're not paying your bills, right? And if you want to start a business, then you can do it. You can do it from scratch. I've done it. Nicole's done it, and would love to teach you how. Nicole, did you want to add anything?
I just wanted to add that a common misconception is like, I'm not at my fitness goal, so how can I help other people? And the journey actually becomes so much of the message that allows people to see the fact that if you are up doing it and making this change, and along the way, then they can do it too. And so it's inspiring, and it allows people an opportunity to join you on your journey. So you don't have to be in peak physical shape. You don't have to be at your goals. You just have to have a desire to learn and a desire to help other people, find their happy place, find what works for them. And that's going to give you the physical and financial results. If you're putting in the work and the time, to get your own business started. So I just wanted to add that in.
Yeah, no, I couldn't have said it better myself. Just to remind you guys, I had 65 pounds to lose when I started. And I didn't think, I was like, who's going to want to follow this chubby girl over here? And I'm a 3-star diamond coach. So, with a big organization and doing very well. So if I could do it, you can do it. I would love to chat with you guys. If you have questions, I'm going to go into the live events and just see if you guys have any questions. Let me see if I can pull it up. There you go. If you guys have questions, feel free to chat with you guys. If you have questions, I'm going to go. Feel free to put it in the chat box. I'm gonna say hi here on the chat box so you guys can see where it is. And we'll keep it open for another 5 minutes to see if you guys have any questions. I think, what was the thing that scared you the most, Nicole, when you started?
Fear of failure, I guess. Time, that was probably, I had a newborn that slept maybe 1 to 2 hours at a time. He had really bad reflux, and I was up with him all night. And then I had 2 toddlers to take care of during the day. So when would I have time to help these people? And I was so surprised at, every hour I was up with him, I was like tuning into an old team call, and I was connecting with people. I was so excited to grab my phone when he would wake me up and see who messaged me to join or to ask questions, who else I could help. And it became this mission of like finding people that wanted to become part of this team that I was so proud to be a part of. All of the team calls, all of the messages, the groups, the people that I've met are so positive and uplifting, and have become some of my best friends. My entire network of who I used to be around and who I'm around now has changed, and the opportunities that are out there. And it's like that little bit made every single fear I had go away, because I knew it was for something bigger.
Yeah, for sure. And for me, I was just worried that people were going to worry that, we were hurting for money. That was silly, but that was my fear.
And I didn't want people graduated with this master's degree in school counseling, and then all of a sudden I was this like, oh, I'm a Beachbody coach, and it's like, well, aren't you going to use your degree? And it's like, you have no idea how much of what we do is counseling too. Like I'm fulfilled, people. Like I'm fine, I'm good. And now 2 years later, when I haven't laughed, they're taking me seriously.
Yeah. Oh, this is actual business? You actually do this? You actually do work from home and you actually make money with it? Wow. What a novel idea.
It's okay. No, but using them from my cruise ship in the Bahamas. We were good.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's okay to have reservations and doubts and fears, and that's part of the exciting part, is knowing you have the support to get past any of those. You have the support, you have the means, you have training, you have opportunity to grow as a person, to grow as a spouse, as a parent, as a employee, if you want to keep your full-time job and just find something else to do for yourself on the side. Any way you want to do this, it can be from a full-time spectrum down to just you want to help a couple people that need it. There's opportunity out there to be a changer. You can be a part of a movement to make a difference.
Yeah. I think for me, the biggest thing was I was just so happy that I'd found something that worked. I couldn't shut up about it. Like, as much as I was like, I didn't want to be that annoying person that was posting all the time. Like, that was me. I'm like, oh, my friends are going to unfollow me. But literally, I couldn't shut myself up. I was just so psyched. And I was like, why didn't anybody tell me about this before? And I was kind of mad. I was like, people need to know. They need to know, because I know, like, there's so many moms that suffer with postpartum depression, and they're isolated, and they have no hope. They don't know, like, what they could do. They don't know what to eat, and they struggle, and they go week after week, the weight doesn't come off, and they start, I don't know, for me, at least, I was like neglecting my baby, not neglecting, but like, I wasn't happy. I knew that I should be happy because I had a new baby at home, but I wasn't happy. So I wasn't that mom. I wasn't, you know what I mean? Neglecting is not the word. There was a better word that I was looking for. Resenting my baby. That's exactly how I felt. Like, I was like, well, that the depression just got the better part of me. And I just, I knew that I shouldn't feel that way. I knew that it wasn't normal. But at the same time, I was breastfeeding. I couldn't take my medication. It was like, and I was just in a hole. And so when I started to feel good and I started to have energy again and my weight started to drop, I was like, Mom, there are moms out there who are suffering that need to know about this. Mm-hmm. They need to know about this, because I really struggled. It was a hard time for me.
That it can come without a huge cost, without a huge, hundreds of dollars a month in supplements. The second you stop taking them, your weight's going to come back on. And, these hours at a gym with a nutritionist and a personal trainer, like, that in itself was enough to not even get me out the start gate.
Yeah. Vanessa says, Beachbody changed my life. I was definitely skeptical about it all and afraid of sharing my journey. Yeah, I can relate to that. Has allowed me to be who I am, let go of the job that I was happy with. I remember that. That was a happy day. And watch many others grow. It's a blessing to be a part of this community. Vanessa, you should have been doing this call with us. Angela says, I've been watching from the sideline long enough, and I'm ready for this chapter in my life. Awesome. Angela, I wouldn't say the sideline. You've taken part. You've definitely taken part, and I'm going to be really, really happy to welcome you to the team. This is going to be a good fit for you. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So if there's no questions, we're going to go ahead and let you guys go. Sorry it took so long. It's 9:45. Our intention was to end at 9:30, but we like to talk. This always happens on team call as well. We say we're going to be, an hour, and then we're like an hour, 15 minutes. But
usually we have wine on our team calls. So
yeah. We just like to talk. We enjoy each other, and these are the best friends I've ever had. Literally, like, I love being a part of this. Like, these are actually people that encourage me to do better. There's no, there's no people putting me down or, being jealous or none of that. Like, this is really it's my happy place. These people, Vanessa, Nicole, like, they're everything to me. So I'm not going to cry. I'm getting teary-eyed. But I mean it. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. These are the best friends I've ever had. So.
Right back at you.
All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and end this. And if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and message the person who invited you. We'll be happy to answer those for you. And we're open books, ask whatever you want to know. So thank you for taking the time of your evening to be with us. I know it's hard. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Have a good